Hey guys, what's going on? It's Nova Meister here, coming at you with a Gears of War gameplay, and today I want to talk to you about football. Now, I'm not the massivest football fan. I do like to keep track of it as much as I can. I support Wolves, for goodness sake, so we just got relegated. But as a lot of the English people, and maybe some of you Americans or other European people might be doing, watching a bit of the Euro 2012. Now, England unfortunately got knocked out yesterday against Italy in the quarterfinals, and it was the first game in the tournament I actually managed to watch because I work at the grocery store, the co-op, and I've had to work throughout every single one of our group games, and it was really good to be able to watch a game. And unfortunately, the one I actually watched, we went out on penalties, and it was absolutely gutting. And it's obvious to see when you're a England fan that everyone in England gets behind the team, and we have one of the biggest fan bases of a football like an international football team ever. And it's so hard being an England fan because shit like this always happens to us, and we always sit there and we always give ourselves false hope. And I think the underlying thing that I've seen I saw from the Italy game is I think we just overrate ourselves as a country sometimes, and sometimes when you do that and it's misplaced, hope that you give yourself, it can be really hard. And going out on penalties as well didn't help. I actually put a bet on the game beforehand. I thought, I'll make it even more interesting, and I put a bet on that Italy would win in extra time. And so when it got to extra time, I was like, right, that's win-win. If Italy win, then I get a nice tidy sum of money, and if England win, then I get happiness. So it was like a win-win for me. And it went to fucking penalties, and then Italy won, and I didn't get paid for it. I was like, what the fuck? I was not a happy guy. I was pretty pissed off, and yeah, so that's how it went down for me. So I was really gutted. Couple of things I saw in the game that I'd probably say is could have been better. I know Roy Hodgson is a new manager and stuff like that, but I really think Ashley Young should have been taken off. Now, that's not because he missed his penalty. I mean, anyone that steps up and takes a penalty, in my book, you can't really shout at them, you can't really screw at them. I mean, if someone in the England team had done what that Italian player did and just quickly cheeky chip it in, which was just ridiculously awesome. But if anyone had done that and missed, then fair enough, have a go. But, if anyone actually steps up to the spot and takes the penalty kick, you can't really moan at them because they've had the balls to do it. I actually thought that we might do well this penalty in the penalties, and I was kind of secretly hoping for it just because Joe Hart's such a beast. But alas, it wasn't to be, and we didn't do it. But you can't blame the penalty side. But Ashley Young, I think, should have been taken off beforehand. He had a terrible game. Every move that he seemed to be involved with was just turning into shit. A lot of people I know have negative feelings towards Milner, but he used to be such a great player in when he made his debut for England, and he was doing his stuff back then. He was really good, so I don't think maybe Milner should have been taken. I know Wilcott maybe should have started, but I don't know. Milner wasn't as bad as Young for me, and it seemed like there were three huge huge face-offs, and that was Steven Gerrard, and I think is it Passo, or I don't know, he was the beast from Italy, the centre mid for Italy, who just seemed to dominate the game, and he definitely came off above Steven Gerrard, even though Steven Gerrard had a good game, and he still, he was trying to be strong in the strong part of the midfield. I still think that he definitely was completely out of the game compared to that Passo guy. Rooney and Ballotelli. I think Ballotelli had a lot more, maybe not because it was Rooney's fault, but maybe more because Italy had the, double the amount of possession we had. Ballotelli seemed to be in the game a lot more than Rooney. And although neither of them scored, it just always seemed to be that Rooney was completely blocked out of the game. Probably because he was chasing that Passo, or whatever the centre mid guy for Italy was called. He was just chasing him around the pitch all the time, keeping tabs on him, so he couldn't really do much. And we did have a few chances, and so did they, but it's just so gutting that every tournament we play, I don't know, we always seem to come in with no hope, we gain the hope, and then we just only gain it to be booted in the face. And it's just like, it's a bit gutting. And, I watched that game, and I did screw afterwards, especially since I'd put money on Italy to win in extra time. But yeah, as for Joe Hart and Buffon, they both played well, I guess, but that was another little rivalry that was going on before the game. But Do I have huge hopes of England going on to do things in the World Cup? Probably not. I mean, I know we had a lot of injuries and stuff before the game, but I just don't think that we are the team that we all make out. I think we're like 7th in the world now. But whenever we go into tournaments and stuff, we act like we're up there in the top 3 and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that probably makes us more pissed off when we actually lose, because we overrate ourselves. But hopefully we will do things in time to come. I know Roy Hodgson said even before Euro 2012 that the World Cup's the one he's concentrating on, and he doesn't even have any hope whatsoever for Euro 2012. So there is always hope that we can do something in the future. But yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you this quick commentary just to vent out my frustration, my frustration at us losing and me losing my bet. I thought win-win, and in the end it was just lose-lose, so I was pretty gutted. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the commentary, and as always, thank you very much, and good night.